When a game starts off like this, you know it's gonna be a good game. Recently, I feel like I've been finding myself play more games that don't say much to the player. Games that spark curiosity but let you find the answer. Games that teach you how to play through a language communicated by the game's design. Games that ask you to experiment and understand how to reward creative thought. And somehow, Animal Well is all of that and more. The first thing that really stood out to me was how immersive the soundscapes were. There's raw silence, but it's magnified by animal noises in the distant background, by the sounds of jumping, landing, climbing ladders, turning cranks in the foreground. The first real threat you face is a dark shadow with its own sounds, so you pick up a firecracker and deal with it. The term sound of silence makes so much sense here because there's such a variety of silences. The sounds of the jungle, the sounds of ambient waterfalls, there's fans that blow wind into hanging lights that start to jingle. Only freaks like me would spend this much time talking about the sound design, but it's just so brilliant, so layered, and that's what Animal Well really is at its core. It's a game full of layers, like a 6-layer dip. God, I'm hungry. Most Metroidvanias are focused around combat or movement, so the unlockables you get, upgrades or tools, are usually things like new weapons, new abilities, double jumps. Animal Well says, nah, the best I can do is a yo-yo, maybe a slinky. I'll blow bubbles, I'll throw a frisbee, just do a little, yeah.
People are saying this is...
Normally when you get upgrades, you're like, fuck yeah, dude, I know what to do with that. But in Animal Well, I'm like, what is a slinky going to do? But like I said, this game feeds off of your curiosity. Instead of combat, you have to solve intricate puzzles that, once again, the game's design teaches you how to go about solving them. Sure, I can use the bubbles as an extra platform, but with enough practice, I can use them so that I never need a platform again. A frisbee might be good for hitting hard to reach switches, but maybe I can give this to the dog. The yo-yo lets me hit buttons I had no idea how to reach. The slinky goes downstairs. Hell yeah, dude. The realm of what's possible just starts to expand. Yes, I can reach hidden areas, but what if I try to reach part of this wall just for kicks? Well, you're rewarded for it. That was actually a secret, and the game is full of secrets. It's a treasure hunter's dream. I wanted to cross an area this one time with the bubble blower because I could, and I got an achievement for a secret rabbit. There's secret rabbits? The animals really do justice to the game's name. It really feels like a deep, deep well with so many different creatures, and they're all so unpredictable. I never know if they're friend or foe. They're also cryptic, going about their business, but they react to you in the most surprising ways. The dog chews you up, the herons poke at you, the monkey. Why is the monkey throwing shit at me? Oftentimes, they also put me on edge. It's like they're real animals. I never know what they're thinking, and when I think I have them all figured out, they actually freak me the fuck out. At times, I feel like the game is a bit of a spooky one. I understand that Billy initially meant for it to be scary, but I didn't think I would be as scared as I was. The kangaroo scared the shit out of me the first time it arrived. The ostrich is terrifying, and this shrine? Yeah, you picked this disc up. I'm not doing it. But the biggest reason I think this is a horror game is because of this Resident Evil within safe room music with the typewriter or telephone. And then there's the capybaras. I love the capybaras. I feel so safe in here. Remember when I said the game was a 6-layer dip? You've probably already heard Billy say it, but there really is more to the game than just rolling the end credits. The first layer is comparable to most games. A lot of players can play through to the end with a decent challenge and feel pretty rewarded, kind of like The Witness. But the second layer is like the second layer of Tunic. Once you really understand what the game has to offer, you want to go that extra mile to get that true ending, and it becomes one of the most rewarding experiences ever. A third layer. The third layer is like Cocoon's true ending. You've really got to go online and work with people to figure this shit out, because there ain't no way I can do that myself. Animal Well is the most unique Metroidvania I've ever played. It's just begging to be explored, begging for the mechanics to be toyed with, for the rules to be bent, the tools to be abused. There's so much agency the player has control over. The game isn't just a masterpiece, but a masterclass in puzzle design, sound design, game design. And I want to give Billy Vasso a little mwah, because spending 5+ years to make something like this, and then I want to give Donkey and Big Mode a little mwah for giving it the spotlight it deserves. And I only hope Big Mode goes on to showcase more games created by people who love making them. For this to be their first published game fills me with hope. It makes me feel like I'm playing games that are actually games, not some corporate slop that's been doing the rounds recently. It really feels like this is a turning point, and that more attention can finally be given to games made with actual love and Wonder Bread.
Hadouken!